Previously on Threads of a Dream.
Story. But this person's mom came into my room, woke me up out of my sleep, and was like, I'm not paying you this, I'm gonna pay you this, and wrote me a check and threw it at me.
So here's the thing. I have a client that I'm making an all-white outfit for with a denim corset, and we're doing like a wide leg pant and like a draped type of one shoulder button up type of thing. But the place they're going to, I think they're going to Brazil. I could be wrong. I do like this fabric. This is like a poly suiting type of fabric. It is white. I'm just a little nervous. I don't want it to be too heavy. This side is going to be really draped, and it's going to have a zipper on the side for him to get into. I don't know if I want this to be kind of a pullover. I think I'm going to do the top in like a knit. Before I even make it in the fabric, of course I'm going to make it in muslin, just to see how I like it. I think I'm gonna get some cheap knit. And what's so interesting, y'all, I was just telling one of my homegirls who's also a designer, shout out to Blake Olivia. She works with knits a lot, and I was telling her how I hate knits, and I've been saying that for the longest. So it's kind of interesting that I'm making a shirt out of knit. So here we go, because I really want him to pull it over and we go from there. I like the contrast of this against this fabric right here, this knit, this. I'm gonna just kind of get a swatch of it, and then come back, once he approves what he likes. But at the same time, this just hit me. So when somebody comes to you for your services, they're coming because they trust your services. They seen your work, they believe in your creativity, for me specifically. And what I've noticed and what I've been accepting and learning to hone in on is my creativity. And when clients come to me and they come to me with an idea, know what they want, they still leave room open for me to bring in my creativity. And a lot of times they've made up their mind of what they want, but how it's executed and the fabrications that's used, they really leave that in their hands. So in this moment, I'm literally trusting my creativity, and I'm going with these options because normally I would have played it safe and just went for the poly suiting with the denim and kept it really clean. But the fact that I'm going for this knit texture, and I just told my homegirl I don't like working with knits, but I'm learning to trust my creativity. My creativity is saying, girl, get this knit.
Here we go.
Girl, use this texture. Girl, put this print on this print. Girl, he trusts you, so just show up ready. So I'm just gonna show up ready. For that one, an eighth.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
8 yards?
Eighth of it.
Maybe 1 yard?
You don't do an eighth anymore? I don't want a yard. I want an eighth of a yard. So I'm asking.
I don't think so. I don't know. Check over there in my work company.
When did they change it?
Change? No.
No, because I shop here all the time.
No.
Before
No, give me 20 years.
Before Norcross.
Me 20 years. And Norcross. Me 10 years in Norcross.
I'm not trying to fight with you.
Don't help.
Can you help me
What?
with this? I don't want to work with him. Can you cut? You can just give me half a yard. I don't want to work with him. He's been fighting me since I came to this table. Half a yard. Baby, when I tell you, that man just made me 38 hot. I had to calm down. So this particular fabric store I shop at all of the time. When I say all of the time. I came across one of their locations in 2023, and ever since I've been shopping at this store. And then when I moved closer to their other location, I've been shopping at their location for the past year. It was a bigger location. So now they only have this one big location, and I guess all of the workers have come down to this location, which is fine because I knew some of the same people. I run my mouth. So I ran my mouth to the owner and one of the workers here at the big location. And when I tell you, I've never experienced that lack of customer service at either locations. But the guy who I was just talking to, baby, I've worked with him before. And I don't know if he just be irritated with people, but it was just like, you wouldn't even let me finish my sentence. So I told the other guy, like, I want to work with you. And he could kind of tell that I was upset, and he was like, don't worry, I'm opening up my own location. It'll be in this city. Pretty much letting me know, just, I'm open every Sunday right now, but it'll be fully open next Monday. We exchanged phone numbers. He sent me the address. He said, I'll be open 10 to 6 tomorrow. You can come to my store. Baby, God got your girl back, because baby, I was 38 high. I had to laugh to keep from crying. I had to laugh to keep from going off. Because baby, that thing was like right here. It was right here. And I felt it was finna come right here and out of here. So I had to use a little bit of wisdom and exercise a little bit of self-control and keep my mouth closed and just laugh and say, you know what? I don't want to work with you. I want to work with him. And I left it at that. And he said, okay, that's fine. And the guy who I exchanged numbers with, and I've had his number for about a year, he was like, okay, that's fine. But it was interesting to see how both locations are owned by the same person. But I've never experienced that type of lack of customer service. Even with the owner, I met the owner in person, I think in 2023, and it was a woman. But the guy who I was working with, he was like, his brother's wife owned the store, or his brother owns the store, and his wife, I guess, is the manager. I don't know. But I worked with her before. I even have the wife's like number, and when I see her, she remembers me. She calls me my name, but she wasn't here today. So apparently a lot has shifted in the past, I would say 3 months, because I think both locations just came together maybe 4 months ago. And yeah, it's completely different. And you can tell tariffs are definitely affecting the prices of your fabrics and your trims, because I've never paid $5.99 a yard for muslin at one of these mom and pop shops, which I'm going to support regardless. But this is a huge fabric store. I'm used to paying $2.99, $3.99 depending on the quality, and usually it's more expensive based on the width of the muslin. But for a 48-inch width to be $5.99, you out your rabbit.
And back home, when I got back home, I had some lunch that I cooked the other day. I'm about to make me some coffee. It's 6 o'clock. Almost 6:30. I'm probably not gonna make it too strong, but I am feeling sleepy because I was up at 7 this morning working out, like getting up, going to the gym. My day started pretty early, and I think I'm starting to crash a little bit. So I think I'm gonna make a little bit of coffee, finish sewing what I need to sew, and then I'm gonna go get in the bed and probably edit some videos and watch Girlfriends, and then rewatch the game and just call it a night. But yeah, that's all I got.